WACOL, Women's Aid Collective, was established in 1997. For me, the inspiration was, I was just trying to address a problem, the needs of women and unmet justice needs of women in particular. When I noticed that women who suffered, women whose human rights have been violated, have nowhere, they don't know how to go about in terms of even seeking for redress. I noticed that was a serious gap, a missing link. And actually there was a gap or a gulf between the law in the books and law in action. And I wanted to use my privileged position as a lawyer to assist women.
Enugu State Council of Traditional Rulers issued a landmark communique banning child marriage and other harmful practices. This decision was made during the multi-stakeholder strategic conference to eliminate violence against women and girls (FORC) in collaboration with Women Aid Collective WACOL, the Ford Foundation, and the 50/50th Action Women of Enugu State. This inspired solidarity efforts across the Southeast and South-South regions, signifying a significant step towards ending harmful social norms and violence against women and girls. Women's rights and leadership training, policy engagements, and advocacy. 350 women were systematically selected and trained using developed training manual across various age groups, educational backgrounds, occupations, and socio-economic strata from all senatorial zones in 7 project states. They were inaugurated as the 50/50 Action Women Group 50/50 AWG at a national launch led by the Minister of the Federal Ministry of Women Affairs and Social Development, Dame Pauline Talon, along with other key stakeholders from the National Assembly and civil society.
At the beginning, it wasn't easy, but also I can say for WACOL we were particularly lucky because I got a special grant from MacArthur Foundation in 1998, which is called Funds for Leadership Development. So by 1998, WACOL has already hired even a building on its own, and then within that building we had shelter, for women. Within the last 25 years, we have had over 62,000 cases. We have grown to how many offices? Over 8 branches, to having our own building, and WACOL have importantly groomed and mentored a lot of women and men that are now in different areas of endeavor, advancing also human rights and gender equality.
The Executive Director of WACOL, Chief Professor Joy Ezilo, encouraged me to establish Obigo Opopa Widows Care Foundation to help evangelize and educate my community on harmful traditional practices as well as equal and gender equalities.
I got in contact with the Women's Aid Collective in 2003, and I became so interested because of the predicaments of women, particularly the widows and less privileged. So I got enrolled as external solicitor for WACOL in 2003. And I worked for them for 8 good years before I was appointed commissioner. So I stopped. They have a very good organized pattern of doing things. Their working environment very amiable and very accommodating to the needy and less privileged. They do a lot of things, and for me, their efforts are very commendable.
We've recorded many milestones. For example, through WACOL advocacy, we got the first law in Enugu State to prohibit widowhood practices, and it was passed by the State House of Assembly, and we were at the center of it, including in certain provisions to make sure that it really will address the problem of widows.
My name is Mrs. Helen C. Eze. I hail from Enugu State. Ngo to be precise, Etiti Umwene. My husband died 23 years ago, killed by armed men. Before the story could get to me, all I could see was officers that came to bundle me and my twin children, that I killed my husband. And we were taken to homicide, Zone 2, Lagos. I sojourned there for 4 calendar months. I was abandoned by all. I was ostracized. I was excommunicated. Myself and my children were abandoned and rejected. We were thrown out of the house. The house that took me and my husband 10 years to build in the village was taken away from us, and his car was taken too. On the process of fighting the cause, somebody directed me to WACOL group. WACOL group stood on the gap and made sure that that which was stricken out of our hands were recovered for the children. Thank you so much for this great job. We will continue to celebrate because you people have fought a good fight for us.
Widows across other states of Nigeria were not left behind. Their smiles are radiating like the sun because of how WACOL has turned their stories around.
Jim Loromado eto mubukeno kikpaj ekeye konyishishi la leke mfulalo ekeye ndị anyị na he bu egbata obochi bịa nare mkem he bịa nare mkem le Jim adegon mo se ha noro me he shiwa le he kadere mo gbakwere gbafute ndị WACOL she no gbakwashwe le he gala natakwem yem le Jim adegon ye keru me kam ye bịa ndị WACOL bịakwe la she he kele doru Chineke la ọrụ Chineke wofutere ndị WACOL la ọbụrụ la ọbụ ga-ehe ndị WACOL ụmụ ogbe aga amagi ya ele emekena.
They help women. At least I've had a friend that went to WACOL. He's working.
I heard about WACOL in 2010, where I was working at Chevrolet company. Somebody told me about WACOL. Then WACOL was in New Haven, Upper Chime. That was where they are. So WACOL, I've heard of WACOL, and they have assisted me.
And this is not, we do away with cultures or customs or traditions dynamic. That are retrogressive. It is dynamic, that's the exact word. Culture is not static. It's a reflection of a mirror of accepted usage. Its flexibility is part of what makes it tick. And it reflects modern time and evolution. Look at the way even the family system has broken down. The concept of family itself is a transition.
My brothers here are broad spectrum kings. They are from different regions, different states, different communities. And we are the people that are lower on the communities, in touch with them. With your scholastic approach to this emergency, this WACOL you initiated in Enugu State and in Nigeria, in the Southeast, we see the effects. So I will appeal to you to please engage us personal to make more of us be here, because we are actually the people that are listening to this. Some of us that came into the ASEM training did not come because the funding was a little bit different from what it was last time. So please, that's my appeal.
Okay, we couldn't have done what we've done without our funders. And we are very, very grateful for them, for the funding and the support which we have judiciously utilized to make sure that our vision and mission is realized. We want to be able to enhance our work and visibility, not just within Africa, West Africa. We want to see WACOL begin to have offices and in West African region, but beyond West Africa, to also be where major decisions are taken, and that is in Geneva, in New York, and Vienna with regard to the type of work we do.
Touched over 100,000 families. To God be the glory.